Hello, dear Aquarius. I'm Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel, Today Energy, and this is a monthly astrological forecast for you, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign Aquarius for the month of May. So let's dive in. We have a wonderful start of the month, 1st of May, the two benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter conjunct at 27 degrees of Pisces, and that's your second house. And it's a reminder about events and how you were feeling in the first half of April, and especially around the 12th of April, when we had the wonderful magical Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in Pisces. So we're talking about boosting of your financial area. Venus is about money, Jupiter is about expansion. So of course you have the chance to really earn a lot of income, but be careful because second house is also about how we spend our resources, our money. So you might spend them, of course, for something amazing, beautiful, for yourself, for your home, like pampering yourself, your five senses, and as well, maybe for traveling or education. Second house talks about our self-esteem, so that's a great time. You really believe in yourself, and when one person has so much faith in themselves, then the world also turns the face towards this person, and everyone just like recognize this individual, right? So it's awesome, really great time. On the 2nd, Venus goes into Aries, and that's your third house, Aquarius. So boosting positively your communication with people, meeting people, social events, social media might bring you money, or of course you might spend money for something online, buying gadgets, phones, laptops, monitors, etc., etc. Maybe you will be spending money on your vehicle, your car, maybe buying new one or repairing the old existing one. Third house is about our communication, mostly with our neighborhood, neighbors, siblings, cousins, extended family members. So Venus is nice, she's diplomatic, she likes peace and harmony. So you will have this peace within your community. Of course, third house is education, so you really might spend your money on that. On the 11th, Jupiter also goes into third house, expanding your environment, like people with whom you are in daily interaction. Maybe you are really buying yourself bigger car. Maybe you're traveling somewhere because, yeah, third house is about traveling. It's great for publicity, for PR campaigns, to promote yourself, your social media, publishing something, exchange, trade, also manual craft. If you do, this area is boosted now. On the 10th, Mercury goes retrograde in Gemini. That's your fifth house, Aquarius. So the 10th of May is not very good day for romantic life, for arguing, let's say, with your children, for selling your artworks, for looking for inspiration or promoting your business. But that's this day, right? The 10th of May. Otherwise, the next 2 weeks, as Mercury goes through your fifth house backwards, it reminds you about what was giving you pleasure before, what hobbies you used to have. Maybe you want to get back to them again. Maybe you want to finish some artistic project. Maybe it's about your business, so you have to evaluate your budget and how you do your private, your own business. Yeah, and fifth house talks about romantic relationships. So maybe someone from the past is coming back to you. Sometimes people are excited about it, sometimes not so much. More often it's just for the time being of the retrograde planet. Then when it goes back direct, people just realize why they have ended this relationship on the very first place. Then in the 23rd, Mercury goes back into Taurus. That's your fourth house. So you have to finish something regarding your property, maybe you will sell your house, maybe you will relocate, maybe you go back to your old place of living, or with people with whom you lived before, maybe going back to your family, or talking again about something important with your parents. 3rd of June is the day when Mercury again will station, this time to go direct, and this day is not very good for any of what I just described, yeah, for like dealings with family or about property. On the 13th, Sun conjuncts Rahu, the North Karmic lunar node, at 22 degrees of Taurus, your 4th house. So this is very important, especially if your IC, the beginning of your 4th house, is around 22nd degree of Taurus, because Sun illuminates matters of household, family, parents, origins, roots, country of origin. And Rahu expands everything. Rahu is insatiable. Rahu is the energy about the new, the future, about something exotic, something unexplored yet. So it's great. You really might be moving, maybe selling an old property in order to move with someone new to some new place with young people. Maybe you're going to how are they called, these places? I think in France, they're very popular, like abandoned buildings in which people settle, just like big community. It's very Aquarian concept, actually, because people are young artists. They don't pay much money, just maybe for electricity and water in these places, but it's like a shared hub in a sense. I think they were called squads. So maybe some of you are joining such place of living. Also, Sun rules your partnership, your relationships. So maybe there is something amazing new going on in the life of your partner. Then, okay, 15th, we have Sun square Saturn. Saturn is your traditional ruler. Saturn is in your 1st house. So you're this rigid, moral, not rushing person who is very strict, who is hardworking. So actually, maybe you are not joining a squad because Saturn is too traditional for such experiments, but depends where is your IC, your ascendant, really, whether Saturn is still in your 12th house or already in the 1st house. But here is 15th is a day of tension, conflicts, maybe between you and your partner, or possibly between you and your parents, or someone from home, from your family, or it can be conflict because of place of living and property. On the 16th, we have total lunar eclipse at 25 degree of Scorpio, together with Ketu, south lunar node, very karmic. It's your 10th house. Especially strongly, you will feel it if your MC, the beginning of your 10th house, is around 25th degree of Scorpio. Lunar eclipse is like a very massive full moon, which is about culminations and endings. So we talk about career or status. Either you leave some old work to move to a new one, or maybe you become a parent, so you go on maternity leave. Maybe you are retiring, so going on pension and say bye-bye to your work. 10th house is also our it's our status, how people see us. So maybe you're divorcing and it's an ending of a relationship and people already will see you in a different light, yeah, not as a married person anymore. Possibly something important happens or ends in the life of your parents. But basically all this year and a half, Aquarius, remember, while the lunar nodes are transiting the axis Scorpio Taurus, for you it's like balancing really home and work life, past and future development. And in this case it's about the past. Maybe it's finishing some old work project or old aspiration and dream of yours before moving to something new. On the 18th, Mars conjuncts Neptune at 25th degree of Pisces. That's your 2nd house. Again, we have Mars, a lot of energy, Neptune can be like a dream about something, something to acquire, something to buy. So be careful because you're very eager to spend money. Neptune fogs things and Mars just rushes. So be more thoughtful about what you buy, but also it can be just a lot of passion into your work, possibly. And take care of your body, rest. Yeah, because it might lead to some exhaustion. On the 21st, Sun goes into Gemini, and that's your 5th house. So Sun illuminates the area of children, of pleasure, joy, romantic relationships. On the 25th, Mars goes into Aries. That's your 3rd house. Mars is super active in Aries. It's his home. It's the sign he rules. And 3rd house is communication and travel and vehicle. So you might want to repair your vehicle, but also it seems like you will be very rushing in talking, sharing your opinion, connecting to people. That's great. You might meet there a lot of new people, but also try to avoid conflicts, especially in social media. And be careful with speed on the road. On the 28th, Venus goes into Taurus, your 4th house, and Venus will bring pleasure, joy into your family setting, maybe buying something beautiful for your home, maybe start receiving income from your property, or buying a house, buying a property, investing money into it. Maybe, of course, giving some money to your parents or vice versa. On the 29th, Mars conjuncts Jupiter in your 3rd house. Now that's the day to really, like, you can be really unstoppable if it comes to social media, to learning something, teaching, maybe acquiring new skills. Jupiter likes education. Mars likes practicality. So really it might be about some manual skills, but it might be really, you might be very aggressive on the road. So again, once again, be thoughtful about speed driving and don't argue much with your close environments, you know, like neighbors and siblings. On the 30th, we have a new moon at 9 degrees of Gemini, and that's your 5th house. So new love, news from your children or about having children, new inspiration, new hobby, and something new for your business. Maybe your long years hobby suddenly starts acting more like your small private business, for example. And this new moon is a good news because it marks the end of the spring eclipse season. 2 eclipses we had in spring, 2 more we will have in the autumn, but now life slowly but surely gets back to its normal course. Many people, especially you, Aquarius, because you belong to this fixed cross, Aquarius, Leo, but most of all Taurus and Scorpios, maybe have passed through very significant deep transformations in April and May during this 1.5 months of energies of the eclipses, fated events. And so now finally we can exhale and relax and integrate the changes, right? So dear Aquarius, thank you very much for watching, sharing, liking this video, subscribing to my channel. It really helps it grow. I wish you an empowering, really wonderful, positive May. Take care of yourself and I'll see you soon. Bye.